back to McQuivey Livin, and today we're going to talk about episode 12, which is what adventure type are you? So what adventure type are you?
So today we're going to explain the 4 types of adventurers.
And we're going to expel 2 myths.
And 1 common mistake travelers make.
And then we're going to tell you about 3 tips that make travel easier and more enjoyable.
All right, so the first one is your tourist. This is where I think most people fall into, is that they want to travel somewhere, but they're actually wanting to tour it. So they want to hit all the highlights. So let's say someone who's coming to Hawaii would want to hit, Waikiki Beach. They'd want the Pearl Harbor. They'd want the Polynesian Cultural Center. They don't really want to go off the beaten path. They have a schedule. They're staying at this hotel. They're doing this, and this. And they kind of want the highlights. They're the highlight group.
And then you got the vacationer. So the vacationers they are just happy to be away.
Yeah. And they may spend most of the time at the beach or at the pool. They're just there to get away. And it doesn't really excessively matter where there is. Then you have your traveler. And so that's what we are. We're travelers. This means that when we go somewhere, we want to get in the thick of it. We want to get off the beaten path.
We want to go where the locals go. Go eat where the locals eat.
We want to speak the language of the local people. We want the culture. We want to dig deep. And it gets sometimes ugly. There's poverty and but there's also a lot of joy to be found. Yeah. And so we want to learn how they live.
And it doesn't mean you still don't have the touristy things.
We still hit the fun things, yeah. But it's more your purpose, I think. Yeah. Travelers, they tend to are always looking on the horizon. Like they're here and it's like, we know there's Hawaii, now we know that there's Germany's next, and then there's France, and then probably Morocco. Now we're talking about Egypt. There's never really an end date. It's not going to be like, and then we're traveling and we stop.
Yep. And then there's also the last one, and is the Travel Channel watcher that loves to watch the Travel Channel.
This is the person who thinks that they want to travel, but when you talk to them, they really don't even want to go through the hassle. They don't want to really pack. They don't want to plan. They love watching the Travel Channel. And so this goes to the first myth that there is. So the first myth is, I want to travel. So we've talked to so many people who say, oh, I want to travel. I want to do what you do. And really, they don't. When I start talking to them or they start asking me questions like, you have to carry your own luggage and you have to, I don't know, they totally don't want to travel. But they love watching the Travel Channel.
They love the idea of it.
They love the idea. And that's okay. We love our Travel Channel watchers. We love them. But just know that that's okay that you don't want to go. I have a sister who, traveling to her is misery. She doesn't like doing it. And that's okay. But I think oftentimes we think that we have to, if we're going to be cultured, we have to want to travel. Yeah. That's the first myth.
So another myth is, I can't travel until I retire.
Till the kids are grown.
Till the kids are grown. Till I have enough money, or I can't travel until, whatever reason you can put behind that. I can't travel until ...
If you know and recognize that as an excuse, own it.
Yeah.
You don't really want to travel because it is absolutely 100% doable, as we've shown you in the past episodes and what we'll show you in the future episodes. You don't need to be rich. You don't have to have always an education.
You can just do it on a budget.
Do it on a budget.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say the number 1 mistake, but a huge mistake that travelers or tourists or vacationers make is that they think that this is whatever they're doing is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And so I did this when I was, after high school, I went with a girlfriend and we traveled Europe. And it was this once in a lifetime opportunity. I was never going to be able to travel to Europe again. And I've been 3 times and I'm going for a 4th. So if you think that it's, that it's going to be, you're never going to be able to do it again, then you might just kind of wish that into existence, but it's not true. You can do as many things as you want, which kind of leads into another half tip, is that if you are planning a trip, we just had some friends do this. They planned a trip to Florida, to Disney World, and they filled their days. Boom, 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 boom. Everything. They came back and they were kind of like, it's not really, I mean, it was fun, but I'm tired and it was, exhausting and blah, blah, blah. And I told them, I said, one of the things that we do is we make sure to have a list of things you want to do, and then you cut it in half so you can actually enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and you hit the highlights. So
that's tip number one, to write down everything you want to do and then cut it in half and do the really important things and have fun doing them.
Yeah. And tip number 2 is leave while you're still having fun.
This is a big one. I mean, have you ever taken your kids to like the pool and you're there from sun up to sundown, and then there's breakdowns in the car and you wonder, why on earth do I do this? We never ever do that anymore. Like, we go and we leave when the kids are still like, oh, really? Oh, I had the best time. And then they have these amazing memories, so leave while it's still fun.
It kind of ingrains a good memory for them.
And then number 3 is relax and let go of schedules, while at the same time knowing what needs to be planned so you don't get caught unawares. But I was the world's biggest scheduler, and I can't tell you how many times I sat down and made the schedule, and within 24 hours it was gone.
Yeah.
And
like just RVing across the United States, you'd be like, okay, on such and such a date we're going to be here. On such and such a date we're going to be here.
And we're going to do this, this, and this. And then we'd have a blowout.
Yep. And then
or we'd go by and there was something cool off the side of the road that we wanted to see.
Yep. And so then that would throw you off. But yeah, so just be flexible and like let go of your schedules. I mean, you can still have a little bit of one, but
that's going to be hard for my schedulers, and I get it. Yeah. I understand, but it does get better. All right. So what we've covered in this video is the 4 types of adventurers, and make sure you know which type you are so you can have fun. Because if you're a vacationer trying to live the life of a tourist, it's not fun. If you're a tourist trying to live the life of a traveler, it'll suck for you. So know what kind of traveler you are. And if you're a Travel Channel watcher, get a big bowl of popcorn, live it up. So, and the 2 myths we expelled is that everyone wants to travel.
Yep. And then I can't travel until ...
Yep. And then we talked about the 1 common mistake travelers make, and 3 tips to make travel easier. So go ahead and subscribe now and share it with friends. And if you have helpful comments, tips, ideas, or questions for future episodes, please post them below.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.